jaw-dropping splendor that I was experiencing in Kenya was very fragile. That fragility had a lot to do with conflict with local communities that were really just trying to feed their children and put them through school, and that development was creating great conflict with wildlife. It became clear to me that the threat to the habitat and to the wildlife was primarily this pressure from growing communities. It struck me that they were seeing no value in the wildlife. Here are the communities that have to live with these animals that aren't especially good neighbors, and they get absolutely no benefit. So it struck me that what needed to happen was a conservation approach which balanced the needs of wildlife with the needs for work.
We set out to prove that wildlife is the best use for the land, and to find a way that the local people, the people that live around this wildlife-rich area, can make an income to such a level that they will naturally want to protect the wildlife and the environment themselves. Local people will still hunt for the pot, but they will not allow the commercial hunters to come into their area, I think because they gain nothing from it, and they see the wildlife as being more of a resource now than they used to, which means that the wildlife numbers are increasing quite dramatically.
When you look at the community now, it's hard to remember what it was like 14 years ago. 14 years isn't an age, but it was a very different place.
I love building schools, I love all the projects we do, but being able to give people full-time employment is great.
We protect the trees and make sure that the climate change does not affect us.
A lot has happened, some of which we can take credit for being capitalist, some of which is just the community really coming of age itself and taking responsibility for its own development in ways, that some of which was catalyzed by us and some of which we couldn't take credit for. But now the community is just this fantastic, vibrant community in a really desperate place.
Check, check.